All right, let's see. Can I see here? Hey, and what's up? It is your girl, Celeste Noel, your beauty industry coach. And tonight, I'm super excited about this topic because I know a lot of people probably have been looking at the thumbnail and actually wondering, like, what is it that we need to consider in the beauty industry in 2023? And I'm glad that you actually asked. But before we even get started, make sure that you go subscribe to my channel. Make sure that you like it. Make sure that you share it as well, because I'm going to continue to be on here every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But make sure you're sharing this information, because I'm going to be definitely dropping some jewels and giving you some very valuable information that can help you transform your business in 2023. There's so much going on in the beauty industry. A lot of people are joining the beauty industry. I myself am still active in the industry. I'm a beauty industry educator. I am a cosmetology instructor. So I get an opportunity to see it from every angle. So from being a salon owner, from being a hairstylist out of the kitchen, to booth rent, commission, whatever topic you want to talk about, from being a cosmetology student to an educator and training student, to actually now teaching the educators, as well as building my brand here on social media, because I know that I am a wealth of information and I have so much information to share with you guys to help you truly start your business out right in 2023, for those of you that are just getting in the industry, as well as for those of you that are in the industry and may feel like you're stuck. You don't know what it is that you want to do. You don't feel like you're making enough money, and you also are paying attention to the pivots that's taking place in our industry. That's a whole nother topic. So again, I'm going to go ahead and dive into tonight's topic, and the topic of it is your priorities. What are the priorities that you should consider as a beauty industry professional in 2023? Now, I know that a lot of times as hairstylists, we do hair, we build our clientele, and we kind of play it a little safe. We kind of stay behind the chair. We're trading our time for money, and at the end of the day, you get burnt out really quick. I'm just going to tell you from my own personal experience, I got burnt out with just standing behind that chair. You're creative, but it gets kind of dull and bored, as well as feeling that pull on the inside of wanting to do more. It's like, I know I got more to do than just this. So I'm just going to kind of go over some things that you should really be considered in 2023, because as you can see, the world that we've known in the beauty industry has truly changed. When I started off in the beauty industry, it was totally different. Social media wasn't around. We could not just click on a hairstyle. We were literally looking at magazines. You were seeing people in the grocery store that you literally be like, who did your hair? And they would say, Celeste, my nickname Lily. And that is how I would actually get my clients, is by word of mouth. It was truly a thing that someone knows you, you did someone's hair, they see you, you make an appointment, they call, and it was just that simple. But it's not like that now. It is totally different. But we have some more serious concerns that we need to actually look at in our beauty industry in 2023. And I'm going to go ahead and touch bases on a few of them. The first thing I want to start out, what is the number one priority when it comes down to the things you need to consider in the beauty industry in 2023? And I'm just going to tell you, you maybe wasn't thinking about this, but the number one priority is yourself. It is yourself. And when I say yourself, meaning you are the number one priority being a hairstylist in 2023. And the reason why I'm addressing us first is because I know that a lot of time we're frustrated, we're aggravated, we're not making enough money, clients are traveling, you really don't know what you should be doing. Should you still be behind the chair? Should you be working on a product line? From that to, you don't know what to do. You are confused. But there's something that's way more important than just that. One of the things I'm going to say when it comes down to you being the number one priority, you being the number one priority looks like this. What does your spiritual, mental, as far as your emotional and financial health look like? If you're not whole, it's going to be very difficult for you to be a hairstylist in 2023, because so many frustrations come along with being a hairstylist. And being that I'm still in the industry and I'm still able to go to multiple schools and talk to students and teach, I see that when it comes down to the mental health of upcoming stylists, as well as stylists that are already in the industry, it's challenging. Because if you have your own personal issues that you're dealing with, it's going to be hard to deal with people. And we have our own personal issues, but how are you managing them? Are you making that a priority? Are you making your spiritual life a priority first? How are you handling your life spiritually? Are you solid enough to deal with the clients that's complaining? Are you solid enough to deal with the clients that aggravate you? Are you solid enough to deal with those clients that you know you probably need to let go? You have to really find out, I'm just going to say, where you're at in your spiritual life. Are you taking time to do some meditation? Because that's going to be one of those things that you're going to have to make a number one priority. See, all the other things, I'm just going to say they can be worked on. They can be worked on, but your foundation has to be right. And when I say your foundation is your spiritual life. Whether you're praying, I'm going to always say that, meditating, spending time with God, that is important because we deal with different people and they're, I'm just going to say, we can always say, you know, we're touching people, we're in their heads, we're in their space. Energy is real. You feel it, they feel it. You know when you're uncomfortable, when your client is uncomfortable. The same feeling that you're feeling, they're feeling the same exact energy. So when you're in your salon, you're dealing with these clients, you're going to have to make sure that you're spiritually sound because people can come in there with bad attitudes all day long. Your stylists, your co-workers come in there with bad attitudes all day long. And the thing that you need to make sure is that you're spiritually solid and understand that, hey, this has nothing to do with me. You can actually identify that that's something that this individual is dealing with. And when you're mature enough to understand that, then you respond a little bit different. Your response is not just a pop off. Your response is literally going to be something of wisdom. You're going to be able to give good godly counsel. So your number one priority is going to be yourself, and that is truly investing in your spiritual life. Because being a hairstylist nowadays, it literally takes you having the patience, having the endurance, having, I'm just going to say, the right mindset to deal with all these different attitudes. Everybody is so emotional. Dealing with people that have low self-esteem as well as confidence. They don't have the confidence that they think they need. They literally hide behind a hairstyle to make themselves feel good, which is a great thing that we do. But a lot of people literally are fixing themselves up. They're fixing the external when they need to be working on the internal. And if you're not spiritually solid and understand that, you'll find yourself getting frustrated, aggravated, and you can destroy your business with a bad attitude, and we all know that. So, first of all, again, your priorities that you should consider is your spiritual life and your mental life. Now, let's talk about when it comes down to our emotions. Are we emotionally intelligent? And when I say emotionally intelligent, meaning you're going to have to be emotionally intelligent because you do not want to be so emotional that you destroy your business and you tell all your business. And when I say tell all your business, there's a lot of stylists out here that are sharing things that you should not be sharing in the salon. And this isn't to actually attack you. These are things that you need to actually, you need to identify so that you can reel it in. And if you know you're one of those stylists that has done that, because people come back and use those things against you. This is your business. This is your baby. You have to make sure that you're taking care of it. You have to make sure that you're making it a priority, make sure that you're having the right conversation. And the right conversation is educating those clients. It is not safe for you to actually build relationships, those friendship relationships with your clients. And now you've built the friendship relationship and you've overshared information with them and they use that against you. That's a bad thing. And the reason it's a bad thing is because what starts happening is you start losing credibility with those clients. Those clients want to be disrespectful. They start coming in late. And we already know how that goes. They start coming in late. Not only do they start coming in late, you know what else they start doing? They don't want to pay. It's hard for you to increase your prices and actually get what you're worth because you have pretty much watered down your business. You haven't treated it like a business because you share so much of your personal business because of the lack of emotional intelligence that you possess. So you're going to have to get emotionally intelligent in 2023. Just because things are going on social media and all these different things that are taking place in relationships, that ain't everybody's business, especially if it is your own personal business. You don't have to share that. Because it's just a matter of time that another client will come in, and when the other client comes in, you may start sharing that information. And guess what? Most of the time, most people say, "You're the only person I told this. I ain't told nobody else this." You know I'm telling the truth. I haven't told anybody else this. Now you're the only person I share this with. Yeah, and then you will go talk. That client will go right and talk to someone else, and what happens is now that they go talk to somebody else, they say, "Girl, I ain't supposed to tell nobody." She said, "I'm the only person that she told this." And whatever the topic may be, they said, and then they thinking in their mind, they automatically share instantly. She told me the same thing. Be careful with that, professionals. I'm saying that because you don't want it to come back. We got to think about our businesses. So the first priority you need to consider again is you as an individual. Like I said, your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, as well as your financials. And we're not going to get into the financials because we're going to do a whole lot of talks about financial. But when it comes down to your financial priority, you really got to make sure that you're not overspending, because we know that things are taking place in the world right now that can actually interfere with our finances. And if you're not putting yourself in a position to secure your finances and actually getting involved in multiple streams of income, and maybe the hope for this is actually trigger something in you to let you know that we need to start making money while we sleep, because we trade time for money consistently. We make money when we're behind the chair. That means when my client comes, I'm making some money. When my client is not coming, I'm not making any money. If they're not there, I'm not making any money. If they don't show up, I'm not making any money. And so if I'm depending on that, that is almost an obsolete way of making money. You can have clients, but client loyalty has changed. There are still a few stylists, quite a bit of stylists, that have those clients that's been going to them for an extended period of time, and they're actually still coming to them. But when I tell you, clients are jumping ship, they're going over here, they're going over there, they're doing it themselves. It's just the client loyalty has changed. It's not like back in the day, don't nobody touch my hair but Miss Shirley. That's what it used to sound like. Now it's like, okay, your stylist do that? Well, maybe let me get a number. I might want to try that. So you're going to have to be careful. That's why it's important to consistently promote your business. Always promote your business. Do not stop giving out your cards. That still works. Yes. Giving out cards still works. Stop thinking that it does not, because it does. Because everybody's not on social media. And there are some stylists that's doing really well in the industry that don't even have social media. Giving out cards, word of mouth, those things still work. But you got to make sure that you're presenting yourself as a friendly professional as well, and looking like a stylist also. So I'm just going to say, again, when it comes down to you being financially solid as a hairstylist, it's going to require a whole lot of work in 2023, because the competition out here, you are your biggest competition, but the competition out here is in a way where you have stylists that are just undercharge themselves because they want to just make some money. You get what I'm saying? They just want to make some money. At least I'm making a little bit of money. So we're not in the business of making a little bit of money. We change lives from the inside out, and when we're doing clients' hair, we give them instant gratification. So we got to understand our value. Yes, our prices should be increasing. That's another topic. But I just want to say our prices should and they have to increase. But that's also going to come with you actually being more skilled, giving more value, and being able to deliver that to your clients. You don't just go up because you say, hey, I need to go up. What are you doing to increase your value, to make sure that you know that you're going to be giving them an ultimate client experience, to change the dynamics of all of that? So again, number one priority is you. What is our second priority? Our second priority is still, it's going to be yourself now. So the first one was you. The second one is yourself. When I say yourself, meaning how are you investing in yourself in your business, as well as your business development and personal development? When I say business and personal development, let's kind of look at our personal development right now. Just because you're a hairstylist does not mean that you don't need personal development. You should be investing in a coach. You should be investing in getting you a mentor. You should be going to some of these mastermind programs. I'm talking to about those that are actually credible, those that are reputable, and that you would deem a new skill set or something of that nature that you notice about yourself that you need to develop. Maybe it may be self-discipline. Maybe it may be, I'm just going to say, it may be you actually learning how to manage your time, actually being organized for success. Whatever that thing is, I don't know what it is for you, but you're going to have to do some personal development, developing yourself as a person. And let me just say, because whatever you're dealing with right now in your life, and you just seem like, I just cannot, it just seems like it just ain't happening for me. What is it about yourself that you need to develop personally? Because when you start developing yourself personally, then you'll start seeing the person that you're becoming start to change. As I say, you have to become the person that'll do the things that can actually have the stuff. You can't do things without being that person. Right where you're at right now, you're there right now in that position. I'm where I'm at right now because of who I am. And in order for me to get to my next level, in order for you to get to your next level, you got to become the next level, the next version of yourself. It is what it is, and I want to become. You should want to become because you can. So that's the main thing, is investing in your personal development so you can become that next version of yourself, that version of you that is disciplined, that version of you that wakes up early in the morning, that version of you that truly puts God first and that does pray. And when I say that, meaning none of us are perfect. We don't have to dot all I's and cross T's, but what are we doing to invest in ourselves that when we find ourselves going back in a direction that's not favorable or a place where we've been before, that we're developed enough now to know that I can't go back to that. I got to keep on moving forward. So that's what personal developments look like, investing in yourself on a daily basis, reading books, being around individuals that push you to become individuals that actually iron sharpening iron, that spark up those things in you that, you know what, they make you start dreaming again. They make you start wanting to live again. You got to have the right people around you. I don't care what you say. And sometimes it'll take you actually having to leave people that you've been friends with for a very long time. There's nothing wrong with that. That's another topic, but there's nothing wrong with that. You have to do things that's actually, that you know resonate with your spirit and is pulling you in a direction towards the better version of you. So what are you doing for yourself? Your number one priority, again, is you. Second is now yourself. What are you doing to prioritize yourself and truly build yourself up personally? Now let's talk about it from a business perspective. One thing I do know about a lot of stylists is that they do not get continuing education. Not the way that they should. There's way too many of us out here that, and we should definitely be getting way more training. And when I say that, you need to invest in some hands-on training classes. Just because you've been doing hair an extended period of time don't mean that you don't need to be brushed up. I'm talking about even on down to just terminology, even on down to cosmetology one-on-one. Education, I'm talking about real raw education that really just turning up your lights on and make you really say, you know what, I gotta get back in the salon and I gotta revise my business. I gotta do this thing again. You gotta invest in some classes, hands-on classes, some business development to see where you're at in your business right now, to pay attention to how our industry is pivoting and how it's changing and what adjustments you need to make so that you can be in position whenever these transitions come. But if you're not investing in spending, I'm just gonna say paying $1,000, $1,500, sometimes $2,000, whatever it is, to invest in your growth as a beauty professional, then I'm just gonna say you're gonna always be right where you're at. Don't be afraid to go rub shoulders and rub elbows with some stylists that's in the industry. Some of these new stylists, because they're doing a lot of techniques that a lot of older seasoned stylists do not do. I've been doing this forever, honey. You're right, you've been doing it forever, but you need to get some additional training. That says a lot about you. That says that you're serious about your craft, that you still are hungry in this industry, and you want to be able to cater to a vast array of clients. You don't want to just be stuck with those same clients who's now getting older. Some of them are starting to wear wig, depending on, their hair situation. Some of them could be losing hair, and hair extensions is their go-to, or wigs, whatever it may be, non-surgical hair replacement. I don't know. But at the same time, one thing I do know is that you have to continue to learn and stay on top of the trends. And the reason you got to stay on top of the trends is so that you can continue to bring in new blood, so that you can continue to know what's going on and cater to these clients and get new clients. But if you're not doing that, and I'm just going to tell you, you're going to get bored, you're going to get burnt out, and you're not truly becoming that version of you that you and I both know is in there. So get involved in some classes, get involved in some hands-on training, get involved in some business classes, see what pivots you should be making. We should definitely be thinking about how you're going to position your business to actually bring you some money in your sleep if you're still just behind the chair doing absolutely nothing. We got to get going in that direction. So again, we already said that it's going to be you investing in your spiritual, your mental, as well as your emotional and financial. The next priority is yourself. How are you investing in your personal life, and how are you investing in your business life? The last one is you have got to invest in make a priority of becoming a brand. That is right. You have got to become a brand. Brand is going to be the only thing that stands around here in the long run. What do I mean? Having a brand is serious. It is vital, meaning your name. Again, I'm Celeste Noel, your beauty industry coach. branding myself as Celeste Noel, the beauty industry coach. That means nobody else has the name Celeste Noel. At the end of the day, that is my brand. Now, it is important for me to build that brand massively so that this brand becomes a go-to, so that they know, they like, and they trust me. What are you doing to truly build your brand? So do you want to start a product line? Do you want to open up some salon suites? Do you want to start a cosmetic line? Remember, we're cosmetologists, which means the study of cosmetics. It is not just cosmetology doing hair. So I say that to say, what are you doing to actually build your brand? And the thing about it is, your brand, you have to actually establish a voice for yourself. You're going to have to establish a voice. You're going to have to put yourself out there on your social media. You got to utilize it for the right reasons. Utilize it, yes, doing hair, but also what do you want to be known as? When people see you, when people get you, who do you want to be in this industry? These are things that you have definitely got to talk about. You got to create a brand strategy as well. What's going to be the strategy for your brand? Do you want to, I'm just going to say, do you want to be one of those individuals that's a content creator? I'm actually enjoying it. I advise all of you guys to get involved in it, because our industry, we're actually teaching. Yes, I have my channel. Again, I advise you guys to subscribe. I have so much content that's going to be coming on here. I'm about to flood YouTube. But I advise you to get involved in these type of things and understand what's going on, because we got so many content creators that are in our beauty space that don't have a license, that don't do a lick of hair. They're just skilled, and they're willing to take the risk to actually come out here and do it. So what is our excuse? It's not that they're better than you. You actually have way more knowledge and could deliver it in a different way. It's just complacency or fear is preventing you from actually doing the thing that God has given you the gift to do. You're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. So again, what are you doing to truly build your brand? You got to consistently deliver high quality of information when you are building a brand as well. You're going to have to do that, because the better the quality is, and the more you can actually attract the right customers. And when you're attracting the right customers, then this is how you're going to make your money. So we can go on and on about building a brand, but a brand is going to be the only thing that stands. And when I say a brand, meaning you being the go-to person in your lane, whatever it is that you do. So again, it is your girl, Celeste Noel, your beauty industry coach. I'm not going to hold you all night, but these are things that I really need you to make sure that you watch this video, that you share it, take you some notes. You're going to have to make sure you identify those things that you know that you should be doing. And then you may not even know that you should be doing, but I'm just going to say you're going to have to invest in yourself in 2023 and find out what it is that you do not know that's going on in this industry, because there's so much going on. And there's so many distractions on social media. Decide what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to accomplish, and get to it. A lot of times we have all these thoughts in our mind, all these things you want to do, and you just think about it, you never act on it. If you're thinking about it, that means that you can actually do it, and you should be doing it. Start the small step. The only way you can actually start making it a reality is when you get it out of your head and put it on a piece of paper. Write the vision and make it plain. Write down the things that you know that keep coming to you, and then do your research. From your research, now you know we can have to position ourselves financially and get our credit together, our personal credit together. When your clients, now you have a why. You got to start working on your strategy, because at the end of the day, every single day, we're not getting any younger. Time is passing. And with that being said, you need to take that into consideration. Like, really back in, we're already in the second quarter. We got 6 more months. This is May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 more months in this year, and it is going to be over. You got to start thinking about how fast these years are coming up. So not only do we want to enjoy our lives, we want to be able to enjoy with our families, our husband, our children, as well as our families, as well as have some generational wealth. People are making a ton of money out here, and I know y'all see it. Everybody ain't telling the truth. Now, we know a lot of them lying, and there's a lot of scamming going on. We're not talking about them. We're talking about those that are organically building their businesses and doing the right thing, keeping God first and working hard and putting that strategy in place and doing what you know that you should be doing to get your business up and going. So I encourage you today to really watch this video again as many times as you need to. Write your stuff down. Get excited about this industry again. Get motivated about it. because it's a lot of people out here that need you. There's a lot of education out here that's going on, and personal development is necessary. Business development is things that we just do not know because we get stuck behind that chair, and you start becoming complacent. We can't do that, and we're not going to do that. Again, it is your beauty industry coach, Celise Noel. Make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe. We just talked about the real priorities that you should consider as a hairstylist in 2023. You got a lot of things that you need to think about. Make sure you join me. I'm live streaming right now. I'm going to continue to do this every single Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I'm excited about this. So I got some great information, more information coming for you next Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you over the TOP. Have an amazing night.